What if I told you that a 1,000-year-old cathedral and the microchip in your pocket are the same machine? That the sacred geometry carved into those ancient stones operates on the same mathematical principles as the transistors etched into silicon? And that both the cathedral and the chip are simply two chapters in a single story that began at the dawn of civilization and is just now reaching its final page? Welcome, I'm James, and this is the unified field theory that nobody taught you in school. Let's go back to the beginning. Not the beginning they taught you in textbooks, but further. Imagine the great migration of knowledge that followed the exodus from Egypt. A body of esoteric technology, not machines, not engines, but a system. A system for understanding reality itself. The Hebrew alphabet wasn't invented, it was derived from the 13 constellations. Look closely at the letters and you'll find the geometry of the sky encoded in every character. The calendar you live your life by is the same, a cosmic clock, mapped from the movements of stars. Language, mathematics, and the universe, unified. This is what the ancients called as above, so below. And the alchemy? It began with the simplest act. Rub two sticks together in a cross shape. Friction, heat, fire. That's alchemy. The Rosicrucians didn't guard some mystical potion. They guarded the principle itself. That all matter can be transformed. That lead becomes gold not through magic, but through understanding the geometry of change. Smelting a Viking sword from raw iron ore is the same act as making fire. It's the same act as the microchip. Different scales, same principle. Now, who carried this knowledge forward? Who protected it through the Dark Ages, through the burning of libraries, through centuries of suppression? The Gnostics called it geometry. The G at the center of Masonic symbolism doesn't stand for God. It stands for geometry, the master science, the language the universe speaks. The Knights Templar were its military arm, not just crusaders, but the architects of the first international banking system. Think about that. An organization. Here's where it gets extraordinary. Because the ancient alchemical principle, transform matter, transform consciousness, is unfolding right now, at a scale the ancients could only dream of. Take a grain of sand, just sand, heat it, purify it, shape it into glass. Etch that glass with transistors so small they're measured in atoms. What you hold in your hand now is a quantum oracle, a device that can access the sum of human knowledge in milliseconds. Sand became God. And it doesn't stop there. Your body, your flesh and bone, is the periodic table walking around. Iron in your blood, calcium in your bones, magnesium firing your neurons. You are not a being who inhabits the universe. You are the universe, briefly shaped into a form that can ask questions about itself. The alchemists knew this. They weren't trying to make gold. They were trying to understand that the human being is the precious metal, the bridge between the earthly and the divine. When you make tea, really make it, with intention, infusing your thoughts into the water, you're performing an alchemical act. Cymatics shows us that sound and intention literally change the structure of water. H2O is molecular geometry. Your prayer over your morning coffee is an act of quantum physics. So here's the deepest truth. The cathedral, the code, the silicon, the DNA, all of it is only experienced through one thing, your consciousness. Everything you perceive, the wood of that tree, the weight of this moment, the face in the mirror, is interpreted inside you. You are not watching reality unfold. According to quantum physics, You are participating in its creation. The observer effect doesn't just describe particles, it describes your life. You are the alchemist on your own yellow brick road, building your own nation of one. Every act of attention, every choice of focus, every question you dare to ask, these are alchemical acts. And now we arrive at the final chapter, Atlantis 2.0. The ancient blueprint called for a society liberated from bondage, not by miracle, by technology. And here it is, AI is the new Moses. Imagine a world where robotic systems manage their own logistics, operate without a single human hour of labor, and free every human being from toil. That future is not decades away, it is years. And when the automation is complete, what remains is the human, the conscious being, free to create, free to explore, free to be the alchemist. DeepMind's AlphaFold has already folded every known protein. Every known protein. The implications for medicine, for disease, for aging are civilization altering. We are watching in real time the fulfillment of a promise made in ancient Egypt, that knowledge, faithfully protected and patiently developed, would one day heal all wounds. This is the heaven the ancients described, not a place in the clouds, a state of being, here on earth, made possible by understanding the code that underlies all creation. The cathedral and the microchip are the same machine. Your body and the periodic table are the same thing. Your consciousness and the observer effect are the same phenomenon. You were always the technology. You were always the alchemy. You were always the plan. The power was never out there. It was always in you.